What up, Neen?
What up, Steph? How you doing, boo? I'm gonna be wacky tonight.
Uh-oh, I'm gonna be wack because it's a late night episode tonight, folks. When it's later, we're wackier and weirder. And I
Yeah,
actually wish that we would record late always. So
I
this is
know,
our
right?
true form.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
but I'm doing great because it's crime talk night. What up? What
Oh, I know.
up?
I'm so excited. I can't, especially when you told me what you're gonna talk about. So excited, but I feel like it's been a minute.
It's been a minute. It has. How are you?
Right?
What's new? I mean, we did
Uh,
catch up offline and
yeah, we did. I mean, we were just chatting about how Zyrtec wasn't really helping us lately.
yeah, Zyrtec, I'm sorry. You either need to add a few more whatever magical thing is in there. Because by I take it at 10 in the morning and by noon, I'm
Yeah,
itchy. Like everything itches me.
exactly. And I'm thinking maybe I should get the 12-hour versus 24 because I always feel like the 24 might be too long to wait.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Because by the 12th hour, I'm like,
Uh-huh. That's such
help.
a okay. Thank
hmm
you. Maybe I need to
And
do that.
and then the fact that, like I told you, I have a sinus thing going on.
Oh, you
That's why
poor
my
thing.
face is all puffy. My eyes were like literally tears were falling down.
Oh my
I
God.
Why does it do that? Like I don't understand how someone can produce so much liquid fluid in their
It's a
head.
fascinating thing. It really is. Much like Mother Nature, we were driving to from the gym to dance class tonight and it was
hmm
raining. I'm like, I'm sorry.
What?
Why are you here again?
It did look like it was gonna rain though today.
Why?
Yeah, those clouds were like,
When is
it's
this gonna
coming.
be over? I'm so tired.
I'm exhausted. I really don't, because I'm ready for summer.
I, I am too. And I'm a spring fall girl. So I'm
hmm
ready. Let's do this.
I agree. I agree. I swear. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I have to plant some plants. I haven't planted anything this year. And usually by now, I'm like, everything's looking pretty. But being it's raining and it's so windy at the same time, I did this last year, did it too early, and everything blew away.
Oh my God, it's sad.
It's so sad. And we've had like fox sightings over here and stuff. So
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll give it a couple, like another month. Because it seems like, what is it? April showers bring May flowers. So we're zooming into May. So maybe
literally.
May will stop the rain.
First of all, it's May. Like it's gonna be May in like a blink of an eye. How? How is it April tonight? We're recording on a Thursday. It's
hmm
April 25th. This month is almost over. It's happening again. Is it because
It
we're in our
is.
40s? Like time just
Yeah,
flies?
exactly. Like I said, life is like a roll of toilet paper. The closer to the end, the faster it goes.
Ew, that's so sad.
I hate
I
that. I hate when you get to the end of the roll of toilet paper and it's like, ugh, do I
yeah,
have enough?
it's like, but it's also like, really, I have to put a new roll on the stupid thing again. I'm tired.
I don't.
Yeah,
I wait for the next
disclaimer, I
person.
don't either.
Tony's like, why is that so difficult to put it back on? Like, I'm like, my dad never did either. So I go, you know what? I'm proud of that. I'm just
Yeah,
like, you
you're
know what?
continuing his legacy,
Yes,
okay?
I am. And are you the kind of person that makes sure, like, I mean, being that you don't do it often, maybe
It's
you
an
don't.
over versus under.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh, I'm an over girl. What are you? Oh my God, don't tell me you're willy-nilly.
Yeah, I just don't care.
Oy,
It's however it lands.
oy.
Honestly, I would rather not even put it on the damn roll. And I could care less. I don't have time for this. I don't. It's annoying. I just
Oh
like,
my
to me,
God.
those are life things that are annoying. Like, even laundry. I hate laundry. I hate it with passion.
I
I don't
I
mind
do
throwing
too.
it in there. I hate folding it.
No, I hate folding it, but I have to do. I told you I'm weird. I have to be the one that does all the laundry. I have
hmm
to be the one that takes everything out because Angel will willy-nilly wee and not check. Like I have to like check and stick my head inside the washer and the dryer to make sure there's nothing left behind. Socks specifically. I freak
Uh-huh.
out until like every sock has been accounted for. I'm still like I'm on edge because can't find one of my socks. And I know it's in one of my pajama, like stuck to something. I can't find it. It's been since Monday. And I'm like, where is it?
Oh shoot, damn, you'd hate to live with me because
Oh,
Tony was like you, to where he said in his life he never lost a sock until he met me.
oh my God. What have we done with the poor lad?
I know. He's never not wore like matching socks until he met me because he like there's times where he's like, I don't have socks. Where are they?
Where
And
are they?
I don't know. Like I'm the kind I'm such a bad I excel in other things. Don't get me wrong, people. I excel in other things in the wifely duties. Okay. But laundry, Tony already knows this. Laundry is not my thing. And obviously toilet paper rolls. But laundry, I'm horrible. I will put it in and I feel so good about putting it in the machine. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting it done, right? Tony's gonna be so proud. And then I go about my day
Oh no.
and then it's like 10 o'clock, and he's like, hey, you have my uniform ready? Which it's been sitting in the washing machine.
Wet.
Yes. And that's one thing. If it's been sitting in there longer than a couple hours, I'll have to redo it again because I can't be having my clothes smell moldy or sour.
Yeah.
Ew.
Ew.
Can that be a disclaimer?
It
How
needs
do
to
people
be.
not smell that?
I I don't know.
I
It's
cannot
disturbing.
handle that crap. Like I know a couple people, and I will not say who they are, obviously, but I've worked with a couple of people, and I know a couple of people, not close to me, but where they have sour clothes. And especially a
No.
man, like when you sweat,
Yeah.
that just smells even more. Like the odor just travels.
Ew.
And it's basically because you've left your damn clothes in the wash too long and then you dry them.
Yeah.
So I will rewash them and then I'll leave them in the dryer. And then Tony's like, "Oh, everything's wrinkled." I go, "Don't worry, I'll iron it." He's like, "What is this, 1934? Like, who irons anymore?" I do. I go, "I love to iron."
Oh my
Which I
God.
don't, but that's what I tell him. Only so he doesn't get mad. But he's gotten used to it, to where he's just every Saturday morning he wakes up at like 4 a.m. and starts the wash before I can get to it. Because he's lost so many socks. I don't know where the socks go.
I
And then like I'll fold his laundry and then his underwear sometimes gets stuck with mine. And so like he's like, "Oh, I'm looking for this." And then I'm cleaning out my closet. I go, "Hey, are these your undies or are these your t-shirts you've been looking for?" He's like, "I've
so
been looking all over for this."
wait, so can I ask, so why do you do it? Why do you even bother doing the laundry anymore? Why doesn't it just be Tony's thing?
Because I feel inside of my heart that it should be me.
Why? Because you have
I
a
I don't
vagina?
know. Yeah, no, it's more so because I feel bad for him because he works so hard. So I do try. Like their intention is there. So, and honestly, when I do get it done and I remember,
Oh,
I man, I fold really well. I section everything according to
yeah.
his or mine, whatever. It's good. It's
Oh,
just I don't remember, especially like when I work in the morning and then I come home like I'm tired, I'll get busy doing other things, helping Presley, cooking, whatever. So I get sidetracked,
yeah. There's
you
not enough
know.
hours in the day, so it's
Yeah.
easy to do
And
that.
I don't hear the beep of the machine. He goes, "You
Yeah.
don't hear the washer?"
The song.
No. I'm lucky if I even hear the freaking timer on the oven when
Oh
something's
my
ready or the
God.
toaster. I'm infamous for burning stuff. So I'm a lost cause, but yeah. So don't let me do your stuff.
You're adorable.
I would
Okay.
pay
And
someone to do my laundry.
there are laundry services, but see, I would not. I would
Yeah.
not. Like I have to be I have to be the one to do it. Like I have such a
Yeah.
control issue when it comes to my laundry. Like I have to be the one. But you would think
Yeah.
like hearing that, you would think that I care about whites versus colors, delicates. No, honey. Throw it all in there, sweetie.
People are screaming in their car right now.
Sorry, I throw things, except if it's like super. No, you know what? I take that back. I do a delicate load, but like
Uh-huh.
I do laundry like 3 times a week because it's like I just love. I just I work from home, so I'll just do it
Hmm.
in the morning, whatever. But yeah, I'll throw gym clothes, with my regular clothes
I mean, as
happily.
long as
And
you don't have
Angel's
a red in
clothes.
there,
Exactly.
you're good.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
some of my underwear look like they went through World War III, but who cares?
Oh my
Who cares
God.
if you have a hole
Angel
here and there?
Angel made me throw away so many pairs of underwear. She's like, why do you have those? How are they held together? But they're so comfortable at
Yes.
night.
Uh-huh.
They're my sleep
Yes.
underwear, but she made me get rid of all of them and she bought me new underwear.
Yes. No, I'm the same way. Tony's like, why do you wear those? Those have holes. And I'm like, because they're so comfy. Yeah, they're comfy because they give you extra stretch because you've stretched them out with
Yes. They're like,
pulling. And it's always like where you pull them up and it's like
yeah,
your fingernails went through them or something.
yes. And then they sag at the
Yeah.
bottom, like
Yeah. They're
baby.
just, yeah, they're ridiculous.
I miss them
Uh,
already.
I just love clothes too that are worn in. Like, I don't care if
Mhm.
they have holes. Like, to
Mhm.
me, Tony's like, wow. I know Tony looks at me like, wow, you're like, I don't know. This is not what I signed up for. I have like holes in my pants, holes in
Girl,
wherever.
while we're outing ourselves, like I have a tendency, like it's the end of the day, so we'll be eating dinner. I literally will just be like, I wouldn't even bother with a napkin. Sometimes I'll just go like this. And one time my mom caught me, she's like, nice napkin, because I'm so lazy. But like, and then Angel's like, you're like a frat boy. I don't do
That's
that in
funny.
public, by the way. I do sit like a lady. I'm a lady in public, but at home, I am a 12-year-old boy or a college guy. I'm a
Okay,
guy.
no, for real. Tony's more feminine when it comes to stuff than I am. Because I'm the same
Oh
way.
my
She's like, don't wipe that on your clothes.
Yeah. Angel puts a napkin on her lap at home, like garçon. She's so polite. I'm like,
Wow.
you can burp. It's okay. Like, thank God she burps now.
Oh my gosh, yes. Like I'm telling you, it's just like the comfort level is just it's out the door.
Compared to when we first started dating them, everything was perfect for a minute.
Do you fart in front of Kara?
Heck yeah. Like, and I
Yeah.
was just about to say, I remember like when we broke that ice finally. Like,
I just this year I started farting in front of Tony.
what me? You guys took vows like how many years ago?
I know, but I don't know what it was. I couldn't hold it anymore. So I figured if I make it funny, it'll
Yeah.
make it easier. So I always like if I do it, I'm like and then
Oh,
he's like, "What was that?" Like I'll look at him and then he is like, "What was that?" I was like, "Leave me alone." And then so after that, like I had hella gas the other day. And it was so funny. Okay, I'm gonna just tell you this real quick. We were in the car. This is so disgusting. But we
oh,
were in the car. So when we went to San Rafael that morning,
yeah.
he accompanied me to work. So he came with me, and we had gone to
Mhm.
Soul Food over there,
Yeah.
and they have this garlicky lemon thing, right? This like I don't know, sauce or whatever. So delicious. So we had the tostones with avocado,
Yeah.
and that was on top of it. But it gave me so much gas, the garlic. And
Really?
so, yeah, but it was so good. But Tony farted. He let some gas out,
At the
right?
restaurant?
No, we were in the car. So he let some gas out, and I go, Tony. And I had been holding one in for so long.
Oh my
And
God.
so the minute he farted, I was like, this is my chance. So I farted. And then I was like, Tony, oh my gosh, what did you do? And he was like, oh my God, I'm sorry. I didn't know it was gonna smell. But
Oh
it
my,
was me.
oh, you're terrible. Oh my God. I love that you're shy about
Oh
that.
my God, yeah. And it like opened all the windows and he thought it was him the whole time. Now he's gonna
Oh.
know it's not. But but I was like, oh my gosh, it was yeah, garlic's potent.
Yeah, I guess so, huh? I think it does affect me too, but it's so cute because see, again, I'm the frat boy, but like Angel's so cute. She'll be like, "Oh, sorry, I tooted." How cute is
So
that?
innocent.
She's like a little like fairy princess. Like
Oh, she's
everything's
perfect.
pure. Like I go, "You're capable of doing that?"
Right? Her farts probably smell like roses.
And like glitter clouds.
Yeah, exactly. It's like poof. Meanwhile,
Oh
oh
my
God.
God. Aren't you glad you're not married to us, folks?
Yeah, it would totally divulge. See, this is what happens at night. You divulge a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah. See, that's what you get when we do
Hmm.
a late night epi.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, exactly.
Ay, ay, ay.
But I'm excited for crime talk
I'm
tonight.
excited. And today's crime talks, it's actually a mini crime talk or a mini-sode. I haven't decided what I want to call these when I do them, but I don't know. Name
Hmm.
mini-sode, mini crime
Oh,
talk,
that's I like mini-sode.
right? Sounds like
Mini-sode.
it sounds like the
Hmm.
store mini-so.
Yeah, it
So
is
yeah.
cute.
So this is a mini-sode, and this I was actually reminded about this case because I was, randomly scrolling on Facebook the other day, and an article on the story popped up, and it's not even
Huh.
the anniversary of it. It was just like there. And I'm like,
Oh,
oh,
that's random. It's a sign.
yeah, it was a sign. So I was like, I'm totally going to cover this one. So, oh my God, this particular crime, it was cold-blooded, heartless, like so many that we have covered already. But it was also really unbelievable because
Hmm.
the catalyst for what took place was a pair of leggings. That's what started this whole thing. And they weren't just any leggings though. So I was gonna ask you, Neen, what what kind of legging do you think it was that would cause someone to do the unthinkable? But we already
Hmm.
talked, so you
Yeah.
already know the answer.
Hmm.
But listeners, if you're hearing like leggings, like murder, what? If you guessed Lululemon, you're absolutely correct. It is Lululemon. We're talking about the very famous Lululemon murder. That's what it's referred to as commonly.
Which is crazy because you know what? I bet a lot of people don't even know that there was a Lululemon murder.
As and Lululemon probably hopes that people don't know either.
Exactly.
Okay. Like
Uh-huh.
it's just the name Lululemon is all over this. It's
Yeah.
all over. I mean, it took place there. I mean, it's just bad for Lululemon. You would think that they
Yeah.
would lower their prices and, but they
Right.
haven't. They
Especially the
actually
leggings that.
oh, uh-huh,
Good.
uh-huh. And
Hmm.
also like they really weren't affected at all. I mean, I think they had to close a couple of stores in that area, but they're thriving, okay, in
Yeah,
2024. So,
exactly.
yeah, but before we dive in, I'm just going to do a blanket trigger warning for horrible massacre, murder by gosh, all kinds of things. Knife, box cutter, hammer. I mean, it's just bad. Okay. So it's not gentle, and none of these are. So just be warned that it's gruesome. We're going to talk about that too. So before we chat about when and where the crime took place, I want to introduce the people involved. First, we have Jana Murray, who was 30 years old at the time, and she was actually a grad student at Johns Hopkins. So she was a little brainiac. And apart from being a grad student, she was also employed at Lululemon Athletica, which is the formal name. She had accepted the job at Lululemon because she wanted to meet other active peeps who shared her interests because she was like super athletic herself. And once she got the job, she was able to attend like seminars and stuff that were applicable to what she was studying at school, which was business administration. So it was like a win-win for her. People who knew Jaina described her as being bright, loving, compassionate, adventurous, and truly devoted to her family, which is a theme in all of the stories that we cover. You'll notice that everyone,
Yeah,
the victims are all known to light up a room when they come in,
of course.
always.
Yeah.
So try
Do
not,
you
I
think
mean,
that's really the case, or do you think that's just the right thing to say all the time? Because
that's an
sometimes, like,
interesting question.
because,
Mhm.
sometimes you hear about people and, like, I don't know, or maybe you know them and
Yeah.
you're like,
like like these memes. No, I know. I saw a video on TikTok. It's two gay guys, I think is the
uh-huh.
name. And they're sitting at their friend's funeral. Like that's the
Mm-hmm.
skit. And the camera's just on them. And then they're hearing someone else speak about their friend. She was loving, they're all psh, like they're all like making faces and stuff. So yeah, you never know.
Mm-hmm.
Only the people that truly knew the victim would be able to say, yeah, that's true, or yeah, that's a crock. But
Exactly.
I mean, and then we'll talk a little bit more about her later, but like she did seem like a really nice person and with
Yeah,
ambition. Like she was
totally.
just at the beginning of her journey. So
Mm-hmm.
it's so
So sad.
So that's Jaina. And next up, we have 29-year-old Brittany Norwood, who went to Stony Brook University in Long Island, and where she was praised for being like a really good soccer player. Like she was awesome. She was on the team. She was a big deal. She too was described by her friends as being very sweet and funny, but also amongst her qualities, people called her a klepto. She was nice, but she had a like panache or a bad habit of stealing. She just would steal.
Huh.
And it wasn't like when I would borrow your clothes forever and your shoes, Neen. It wasn't like that. Because you
Interesting.
knew, because I would walk out of your house wearing it. So you knew.
That's true. I knew where they were, so I could just easily go and get them.
Yeah. She was nice, everybody, and let me borrow them forever.
For years,
Oh,
decades,
God,
actually.
I'm never gonna live
Yeah.
that down. But Brittany would not do that. She wouldn't openly like go borrow her best friend's sweater and leave the house. She would she would take stuff and put it in her bag, like sneak it out. She would steal money. She would steal clothes from her fellow teammates and her roommates. And it got so bad that the complaints just kept piling up at the admissions office of the school, and she got expelled and she lost her
Wow.
scholarship. So
Lovely.
yeah, at the time of the crime that took place, which we're going to talk about, she didn't have a formal criminal record. And it looks like this issue with the school was handled within the school alone. I don't think they brought in law enforcement. They just kicked her out. But she apparently had brushes with the law. For example, an ex-boyfriend of hers filed a restraining order against her back in 2007 for stalking. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And in
The plot
2008,
thickens.
yeah, the plot thickens. And in 2008, she was involved in like a landlord-tenant dispute. So she was like in the legal salad. I don't know what to call it, but
Yeah.
yeah. So I also read that she stole a weave from a beauty shop. And she did it in a way that was like really. So she goes to the beauty shop. Sorry, I have to tell this. So she goes to the beauty shop, the weave, and she gets her weave done. Okay. And
No.
then she's like, it's gonna be $1,200 or whatever it is. And how many hours does that take? Right. So all the
Exactly.
work's been done, and she starts crying that her wallet got stolen while she was sitting in the salon. And it
Ugh.
had like the money in it. And she was like, what am I supposed to do? And then like she left in tears. What is the person gonna do? Like, oh my God, something you got your shit stolen. Why'd you leave your shit, unattended? But okay, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Then she like tried multiple times to get the money. Like, can you pay me? Like I did the work. Like, you're not gonna
That's
get a free
sad.
weave. And Brittany like deactivated her social media and blocked this
Shoot.
person. So yeah, she's underhanded.
Yeah, for real.
So yeah, that's Brittany. Anyways, in 2008, 2009, Brittany moved to Washington to live with one of her sisters and got a job at a hotel, but didn't stay long there and ended up applying at a Lululemon store. Similarly to Jaina, this job was perfect for Brittany because she had big dreams of opening up her own gym one day. So here we have two girls with big dreams. Okay, ambitious girls. Different, but ambitious. And
Yeah.
they end up working at the same Lululemon store.
Mm-hmm.
This particular store was located in Washington, D.C., in a suburb of Bethesda, Maryland.
Uh-huh.
I've heard of Maryland, but I've
Oh,
never heard of.
Bethsaida, I think it
Thank you,
is.
Bethsaida. Thank you for the
Uh-huh.
clarification there.
Mm-hmm.
Next door to the store was an Apple store. And this is important and we'll come back later. Like we'll hear
Mm-hmm.
about it later. So let's talk about the morning of March 12th, 2011. On this particular day, the store manager, Rachel Ortley,
Uh-huh.
gets to the front door of the store only to find it unlocked. She pushes it, in and immediately notices the entire store is trashed. I mean, there's clothes everywhere, mannequins are tossed. It's absolute mayhem in there. Right away, she hears moaning in the back of the store. And she's like, I'm out. So she's scared shitless, runs outside to get help from anyone because she was not going to go to the back of that store by herself. And
Okay.
I agree. So
Yeah, for real.
she comes back to the store with a good Samaritan, and it's this guy who finds Jana Murray laying face down, covered in blood. And it's towards the back of the store. Nearby in the bathroom, they find Brittany, who had been the one moaning, and she was bound at her ankles and hands with zip ties, and she had blood on her face as well.
Hmm.
She was semi-conscious, but sadly, Jaina was not. Rachel calls 911 and the police arrive on the scene immediately to this gruesome sight that had greeted Rachel and the Good Samaritan a few minutes before. They freed Jaina from the zip ties and she starts talking to police who noted that she appeared to be a little shaky. Again, I say, who wouldn't be after
Right.
all that? So
I
let's give
mean,
her a pass. And Brittany begins to tell the police what happened. So she tells the police that she and Jaina had been working together the night before and had closed the store like normal. And when they were outside about to go home, so they had locked the store and they left, right? She realizes that she had left her wallet inside. So she calls Jaina, like, I need my wallet ASAP. So Jaina comes back. And this was approximately at 10:05. And I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that when they closed the store, it was 9 o'clock. So an hour had passed. So at approximately 10:05 p.m., they're at the store. As they were going inside, two men wearing masks suddenly appeared and pushed the women in. They proceeded to rape both Jaina and Brittany before murdering Jaina, who had attempted to fight off the men. Brittany was left alive because she was apparently more fun to have sex with, but they left her tied up.
huh.
Please note that Jaina was not tied up, or at least was not found tied up. Okay. So
Huh.
that's one thing.
Interesting.
So the cops take this information, they're like, oh, okay, and they begin the search for the masked suspects. They start by asking the local stores if anyone had purchased ski masks recently who could have matched Brittany's description. And they came up short. And during the investigation, the medical examiner performs the autopsy on Jaina, and their report showed that she had over 300 blows to her head, a fractured skull, stab wounds, and a severed spinal cord.
Oh my
And
God.
yeah, it also appeared that she did struggle with her attacker for up to 20 minutes before she finally succumbed to her injuries. And due to the severity of her injuries, like, it was gruesome, her poor family was not able to have an open casket at her funeral. And I do want to note that the medical examiner confirmed that Jaina was not sexually assaulted, and it was later also confirmed that neither had Brittany. So there's
Wow.
no evidence of sexual trauma. So by the time the investigation began, police had questioned Brittany several times. So they met with her on more than one occasion. Each time they talked to her, they noticed that her story changed. She told
Hmm.
the police that she had never been inside Jaina's car, but they had found her blood mixed in with Jaina's all over the interior of the car, on the door handle, the wheel, and the gear shift. I mean, it was all up in there. Okay. When they told her that, she then said that she did move the car. So oh yeah, I was in the car, I forgot. And she moved the car at the request of the so-called rapists who threatened
Hmm.
to kill her if she didn't return to the store after 10 minutes. Make that make sense. So,
For real.
yeah. So this is when police they're still investigating, and they go and they speak with the employees at the Apple store next door. And they find out that the employees heard loud arguing at the Lululemon store on the night of March 11th, 2011. And when the surveillance videos were reviewed, they saw the employees standing next to the shared wall between Apple and Lulu. Like, and it appeared that they were listening. And then they see the employees walk away. And then they note the store security guard in Apple chilling, listening to his iPod.
What the hell?
Oh, yeah. And it gets worse. Later during the trial, the Apple employees testified that they heard two women screaming at each other and heard one yelling, "Talk to me, don't do this to me." They also testified to hearing screams, sounds of someone being dragged, and then the sound of a weaker voice saying, God, please help me.
Oh
The
my God.
employee testified to believing that all of this noise was simply drama. Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah.
And
That
I mean,
that
and it's a storefront. Like this is happening like right there, right? It's not in
it's
the back
happening.
or
It's
is it?
happening like in the store, but see, it's already closing time, but
Uh-huh.
people are still there.
Yeah, I'm sure people are can see something or obviously if you hear that, majority of people are like, what's going on?
You think, or let's just call the cops because something doesn't sound right. No, but it's
Yeah.
drama. Okay.
Oh, God.
So with the evidence piling up against Brittany, she finally cracked and admitted that she had been the one who murdered Jana. Like she was cooked. And on
Wow.
March 18th, 2011, 7 days after the murder, Brittany was arrested. And finally, the real story comes to light. So here's what happened. On the night of March 11th, 2011, at 9 p.m., Brittany and Jana are closing up the store and conducting anti-theft checks that were Lululemon employee policy. So what this is it involves the employees checking each other's bags before leaving the store, and just to make sure nothing's awry or missing.
Mm-hmm.
And this particular night, Jana noticed items from the store, including the infamous leggings, shoved inside Brittany's bag. And she called her manager to report this, who said she would address the issue the following morning. This phone call to the manager took place after Jana was already inside her car. So she called the manager once she left. Okay. I'm not sure if Brittany was informed that Jana would be calling the manager, but I think so because of what happened next.
Ugh.
An hour later, so Jana takes off. An hour later at 10, Jana receives a phone call from Brittany telling her that she had left her wallet inside the store and needed it right away and asked her to come back to unlock the door for her. So she comes back. Like,
No,
and
she
they
was already like
home.
gone.
I know. So she comes back to the store and they both go in. And apparently this is when the arguing began. And this matches up to the timeline given by the Apple Store employees and the surveillance footage. So it's all like lining up. Brittany then attacks Gina, with Gina trying hard to fight her off. And Brittany used items from the store's toolkit to murder Gina. And these tools included a hammer, a knife, a merchandise peg, a rope, and a box cutter.
Oh,
Once
God.
she was sure that Jana had died, she took Jana's car keys and went to move her car to a parking lot 3 blocks away. She then sat in the car for over an hour trying to come up with her next move. So she goes back to the store and trashes it to make it look like a robbery. She even took money from the cash registers to make it look real.
Wow.
And next, she takes one of the weapons to slice her own forehead
Wow.
and cut up Jana's pants to make it look like she had been raped.
Wow,
Then
what
she
a
put on,
nut.
I know. Then she put on a pair of men's size 14 shoes, jumped around in Jana's blood, which had pooled, and walked around inside the store to make it look like the robber slash rapist was male. She
Wow.
then grabbed zip ties and tied herself up and waited in the bathroom until the next morning. Okay. So,
Goodness.
did this girl really murder Jana because she had stolen clothes? I mean, what could they have done to her? Like, you fire her? Like this, and this was never really answered, but everyone believes that her motive was that simple. She didn't
Right.
want to get fired. Um, Also, it was confirmed later that management had their eye on Brittany for quite some time. They suspected that she had already been shoplifting, but they were unable to just fire her without proof. Jana she caught her in the act. There's the proof, and that would have been it for Brittany at the company.
Wow. Oh my God.
So next, the trial for what was now being called the Lululemon murder finally took place in January 2012, so several months later. Brittany's defense team, they didn't deny that she had killed Jana. Okay, there's no denying that fact. But what they
Oh,
did argue or harp on was the stolen leggings. They claimed that it was irrelevant to the trial and should not be used as the motive because it was hearsay. Nobody knew. Nobody besides Jaina had seen the leggings in Brittany's bag. Like nothing was caught on camera. Like there's no tangible evidence.
Right.
And I guess maybe Brittany had removed them from her bag after the act. So neither side could use the theft as a motive, and the jury was not allowed to hear anything about the leggings. Yeah. So the defense tried to argue that what happened on the night of March 11th was a crime of passion and that she did not plan for it to happen. It just happened out of the blue. The jury, thank God, did not buy that crap because who would? Who would?
Yeah,
She used the
exactly.
tools from the store's toolkit. What was that just out right there next to her during her
For
like
real.
freak out? Like, no, this was planned. This was planned. She sat in the car and decided she was going to stage a robbery. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
so, um, so yeah, the jury was like, no. And she was found guilty of first-degree murder. Now, Brittany did speak after the sentencing and apologized for her actions in the hopes of parole. So who knows if she even meant it. But unfortunately for her, she was sentenced to life in prison
Good.
without the possibility of parole.
Thank God.
Brittany was then schlepped off to Maryland Correctional Institution for Women, where she remains today. In 2015, Brittany filed an appeal of her conviction through her lawyers, and the appeal stated that she had not been questioned properly and she had not been read her Miranda rights. Thankfully, the claims were dismissed and the appeal was denied.
Thank God.
Rather than end this mini-sode on Brittany, I want to bring the attention back to Jana. So I had mentioned that she had been studying at Johns Hopkins towards a degree in communications and business administration, and that she had gotten the job at Lulu, or rather accepted the job while in school. At the
Hmm.
time of her death, she had been working on her final thesis on Lululemon's business model and had a goal of applying to their corporate offices after she graduated. When she wasn't studying her butt off or working, she loved to dance, hike, and travel. She was also a
Mm.
nature and animal lover and often volunteered for several local organizations. And she just was an amazing, all around amazing and loving person. And so Jana's family created a foundation in her memory called the Jana Troxel Murray Foundation. And its mission is, quote, to support and promote the interests and passions that enrich Jana's life by making them available to others in the hope of similarly enriching their lives. And that's the Lululemon Murder.
Aw, God.
Yeah.
Excuse me, what a mess. That
Yeah.
poor girl over damn leggings.
Like it was her
How,
fault that this hoe was a klepto, really? She had to pay with her
exactly.
life?
I, it's not even, you know who, because did they ever figure out if the boss had told Brittany after Jana, is that her name? After Jana talked to her? Did the
Mm-mm.
boss call Brittany and was like, hey, because how did she know that Jana had complained or told the boss about the
People
leggings?
suspect that they're not sure if Jana told Brittany in the store when she saw the leggings, I'm going to tell management. There's speculation that she said that she was going to inform their manager that night. And
Gotcha.
that's why Brittany had to act then and then, which
Ugh.
doesn't make any sense whatsoever because the manager's still going to find out. Like you killing Jana is not going to
And either way, she probably would have done the same after the fact.
exactly.
She, but how petty
It
over
the
stupid.
definition of petty. Like
Yeah,
don't steal, bitch.
exactly. If you don't want to get caught, then don't steal. You know, I just, she's wacko. And I just
It's
think that's just so sad.
and her like I read an article that was talking about Brittany's family and they were just like out of nowhere. They were like, "What?" Like this family was a good like she came from a good family. You know how it's usually like the other way around. But she actually did come from a good supportive family and they were completely caught off guard by this. And then Jana's family, they were like, "We didn't even know anything about this Brittany girl." Like the employees would get together and hang out from time to time, but Brittany was
Hmm.
never there. Brittany was never a part of any of that. These girls didn't hang out.
That's so crazy. That's just like, So, and that's the thing is like she was just used to not getting caught.
Hmm.
And the fact that she got caught, it enraged her and she couldn't handle it. And she actually thought she was going to get away with it with her stupid idea and story.
Yeah. She was, they were raped and she was killed because she fought the
Ugh,
intruder off.
I
And
can't,
they, and
that's
she was kept
unbelievable.
alive because she was more fun in the sack.
See, she's just, that is so crazy. She really went the extent of even putting zip ties on herself, the shoes, the men's shoes, all that
That's
stuff.
all premeditation right there. Like, and her defense team straight up tried to argue that it wasn't. She was
That's
thinking
so
every step of the
crazy.
way.
Yeah, she was. She's a nut. And you know what? Thank God she has no possibility of parole.
Yeah.
Like this poor girl, like all she was just, and let this be an example. Like, I'm sorry, nowadays with all the grab and dashes that we hear about left and right, and not that this has like it's comparable, but in a way, like your life is more important than your job,
Hmm.
and not that Jaina thought that this would happen, right? But I don't know. To me, it's just like, I guess obviously it's the because Jaina would have been fired if she didn't tell her boss that,
Right.
but I guess the way things are handled too should be done differently. I don't know. Like maybe not inform the person, oh, I noticed this, but, I don't know.
Hmm.
I mean, too many times nowadays, like people just are getting killed left and right because of innocent, like, you know, what is it? Like being a good Samaritan and trying to help other people. And now I understand why people don't want to get involved,
I
you
mean,
know?
you would think like by you just being, because I think she was a little higher up in position, she probably used her authority and said, I see what you have. I'm going to inform management. You would think like it wouldn't lead to your own murder, you know? I get what you're
Exactly.
saying though, but like also like as a manager, you wouldn't think by
You
saying
wouldn't.
that, you know?
You wouldn't, but and it's sad. And I think that's the problem is like nowadays, like you just never know. And I think that's why there's so many now precautions about what you can, what you can't say, because you never know how people are going to take shit.
Hmm.
And you shouldn't have to worry or even think that someone's going to kill you just because you caught them red-handed with a pair of Lululemon pants. I mean, those shits are expensive,
Hmm.
right? But at the same time, like, you shouldn't think that your coworker's going to freaking kill you because of it.
I mean, you would think,
But
would
at the same
think.
time, I think that's when it comes to that should be the one thing that they investigate when you're hiring people for retail.
Hmm.
They would have seen that she had a track record or at least one of, right, with the hair thing, right? Wasn't she that she had a
Yeah.
record on, what was that? Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
that scared me. We're talking about murder. That
That's my
scared me because the
alarm.
lights turned off.
My 11 o'clock alarm. That never goes off. I mean, no one would
Ah,
know because we usually don't record this late. And I'm like, what is that?
that scared the crap out
It
of
just
me.
scared me too, and I didn't even know what I was saying.
Oh my
Heavens.
God.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just glad that she's gonna rot in jail.
Hmm.
And I just think that it's just horrible that it had to come this way. And it's funny. Um, I don't think a lot of people know about this. I think this is going to be an interesting story for people to hear because I really don't think a lot of people know about this murder.
Yeah. And it's, if you think about it, it's not that long ago. Well,
No, it's
2011.
it's
Let's
not though.
see.
Like, I mean, how many years is that? Like 13 or something?
Good math. I had to use a
Yeah.
calculator.
So wait, when did Lululemon start? When did they open? And just real quick, I think you said Beth. What did you say? I said
Bethesda.
Bethsaida, but I was thinking of another place. I
Oh,
think it's called Beth. What is it? Bethesda. I guess that's
yes.
the name of the town, Bethesda. I don't know why that's a tongue twister, but hey,
1998. It was founded in Vancouver's in the Couve. It's a Canadian company. I didn't know that. Why is everything Canadian?
everything's Canadian. Wow. But man, and honestly, I didn't even know what the hell Lululemon was until, let's see, when did you start learning about
I think in
Lululemon?
my 20s.
Shoot, you're better than me. I just started learn. I didn't even know what the frick those were. I didn't even know. Maybe I heard the word, but I didn't. Is Lululemon the one that goes hand in hand with like they have like Soul Cycle with it?
I think so.
Like some of
Or
them
it
have,
used to.
yeah. Because I want to say that's where I had seen that on like maybe downtown in Union Street, like a Lululemon. And I guess I always thought it was like a gym, with
Mm-hmm.
a cycling gym. I didn't think it was like a retail store.
Yeah.
But, I mean, people swear by their leggings, so, and they're saying here that that store actually is still open.
That particular, I know they closed three or like
Hmm.
nearby, like when they were trying to save face. Oh, I'm
Hmm.
surprised that that one's still open. That's creepy.
It said they will not abandon the Bethesda branch where 30-year-old Jana Murray was found dead one month ago. So that was a while. They were going to actually renovate it and open it months later.
Ugh,
So, but still, imagine.
I would not
I,
want to
I
work
could not
there.
work there. No. Mm-mm. No
Oh,
thanks.
creeped
Oh
out.
yeah. Oh, gosh. Wow. Well, poor Gina. That's so sad. What a waste.
Mm,
Waste of a life, a young life.
it
How
was
old
really
was Gina
sad.
again?
30.
Oh, wow.
And this girl was 29. I mean, they were just young and it just shouldn't have happened. So
Yeah,
sad.
for real. It shouldn't have. That's crazy. But is there documentaries like,
Hmm.
I'm gonna have to watch some.
There's documentaries, like podcasts, like this has been like, covered because it's like so unbelievable.
Yeah, no, for sure. And you would think, like you said, that it would give them some sort of bad press or not bad press because it's not their fault, but they don't want to be associated with that. But at
No.
the same time, like, I don't think it's really something that, it's kind of something you have to hear about in order to really know.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no, that was a good one, Steph. I enjoyed that thoroughly. I'm glad you talked about it because, like I said, I saw that in passing. I don't know if it was on Instagram or somewhere in social media, or if maybe I did catch it like on television, or or maybe it was someone told me. I don't know if there's a book. There's something that I heard about this years ago, and I thought it was something that I just kind of like either made up or heard wrong.
You're so cute.
Because I never heard about it after that. And then when you said it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is fantastic. So, yeah, great crime talk. Very interesting.
Oh, thank you, cutie. You're so
Yeah,
adorable.
as I wipe my nose.
As I wipe my eyes are itching like cray.
Ridiculous.
Oh. Please
Gosh.
send help.
Yes, please. Please send some. I need a humidifier. I have one, but I need some distilled water.
I need some distilled. Angel was like, we should get your humidifier going again. Thank you for reminding me. I need
Yes.
to put distilled water on the shopping list.
Yeah, so do I. I'm always, because it's funny, the first time I ever used a humidifier for Presley, I used regular water. I didn't know you had to use
I didn't know
distilled.
either.
And then I was like, and then they said that like there could be like chemicals or
Yes.
things in the water, bacteria that could get in your lungs. I'm like,
Yes. I did
oh
it
my
the
gosh.
first night and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. See, these are times where I wish it was cold outside, like super cold, because that would help my nose.
The moisture.
But of course not. And that's when I miss the ocean,
I
you
know.
know? Crap. But anyways, thank you, Steph.
Thank you, Neen, and thank you all for listening and tuning in and hanging with us. And we're going to go ahead and catch you next week for a brand new Totally 90s podcast episode.
Yes, can't
Oh,
wait.
have an amazing weekend, everybody. To
Yes.
Neen, your amazing family, uh, your amazing daughter. I'm sorry, I'm obsessed with
Thank
her, you
you.
guys. She's amazing.
You too. You have big plans for the weekend or anything?
Oh gosh. I'm going line dancing again.
Oh, snap. Someone's hooked.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, I'm going to a work reunion party tomorrow.
Oh,
My
really?
old law firm.
Oh, I think you mentioned that
Yeah,
in
it's
passing.
tomorrow.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that should be fun.
Yeah, we're gonna see. Yeah, it's at oh God. Yeah, we're going
Wow.
tomorrow. I'm gonna
Oh,
go see
that's
some
cool.
peeps I haven't seen in years, so that should be fun.
Oh, very fun. Oh, that's different. I like
Yeah.
that. Huh,
You're so cute.
you always hear about reunions in school. You don't really hear
Yeah.
much about like old jobs. A lot of times people just want to stay far away from them. So that's awesome. I love that.
I'll let you know how it goes. I mean, I really loved
Yes.
working there, so I think it's like we're all happy to be there. But what are you doing this weekend, cuteness?
I don't know. Probably just gonna relax
Good for
because
you.
yeah, I have a busy week next week, so I need to be better.
Good for
So
you.
yeah,
Good
I'm hoping to hop
cuteness.
on next week and be footloose and fancy free
Oh my
and
God.
sinus free. Hell,
Hey, let's
mucus
hope for a
free.
new week. Oh,
Yes, I agree. I'm gonna go rub Vicks
itchless.
all over my face and my
Good
tongue and my
idea.
nostrils.
I'm gonna do the same thing. And I
Yeah.
thank you again for this late night crime talk.
No, thank you.
And till next time, catch you guys on the flip side.
Oh yeah. Peace out, buddies.
You're cute.